Welcome to the Unpacked Tactics podcast, brought to you by the Cantrip cast. Join our hosts, Brandon and Steak, as they unpack various subjects of interest in pure, unhinged fashion. Now prepare yourselves and get ready to have a good time, because the Unpacked Tactics podcast begins now.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Unpacked Tactics, a podcast where we talk about what we want, when we want, and how we want. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Steak.
And welcome to the first episode. We've been talking about this for a while, and I'm super excited to get this on the road. I know Steak is as well. It's something we've really wanted to do. And
People have been asking for it on the YouTubes.
Yeah, but I got to give Steak credit where credit's due. A lot of this was his idea, and after some time, I was suckered into it, and I agree. It is a very good idea. I think it's going to be some fun.
I think for sure. It's a very good way to talk about things and let people hear what we're about. But before we get started, the thing I wanted to talk to you about was I get that we've got the setup.
Yeah.
Do my thing.
Do your thing.
It's green.
All right.
Now.
All right. If for those of you that aren't watching the video version of it, here's your incentive to go to YouTube and watch the video version of it. I am now adding background effects to Steak green screen on the video for the YouTube. So
I need to be able to see it.
There's explosions and
I want to know what the vibe
right
is.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just green. I don't fucking get it. Why did I hang it up here? Why did I have to do this?
For reasons.
Just for me to see it as green?
For a lot of you that don't know, Steak's technological understanding is that of a monkey. So when I got green screens for us for the show, he was like, "Why are our backgrounds just gonna be fucking green?" And I'm like,
"I'm just one of the those monkeys with the fucking typewriter that's just like pop, 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 zip." Yeah, I can fuck with that. That's pretty accurate. I just don't get it. Like it's green. That's cool.
You will see it in post
on the internet when people use a green screen. It's to be like, there's things happening. Like, look at the banana man, and there's like, boop, a little banana thing. But we're not doing any of that. There's
if
no
you're watching
banana.
the YouTube version right now, there's a banana right behind Steak.
There's a banana right here.
There's a there's a banana right there.
Look at it. If you guys are watching the YouTube, you see this fantastic thing. If you're only listening, you're missing out.
You can't imagine the girth that is currently in Steak.
I can't because it's just
right
fucking green behind me. I have no fucking relevance to this. You could put like a Mario mushroom or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't picked up the vibe already, this podcast is, again, we talk about what we want, when we want, how we want. We don't just like D&D. We like tons of other things.
I picked the topic.
Yes. Every week, Steak and I will alternate topics. And since this entire show is pretty much Steak's idea, we're going to have him pick the first topic of Unpacked Tactics. So, Steak, what do you got for us today?
So here's what we're unpacking today.
Okay.
I want to unpack what if aliens came and invaded. What would that look like? And, like, there could be different types of aliens, too, so there's no correct answer. This is obviously...
Yeah.
Up for opinions.
You were theorizing.
Yeah. But like, what if they came and we were just like, fuck you guys. y'all are very impressive. Y'all came here with your spaceships. That's cool. But like, y'all are 2 feet tall and we don't respect you.
This is the thing I've actually thought about this like a couple times because like I'm big into like alien movies like you are and like being into sci-fi and like
books,
and the studies of futuristic technology and stuff.
It's fun.
I think if aliens, in a serious manner, if aliens were to invade or to come to Earth, there's 2 options. Either 1, they're peaceful as hell and they're here to help us advance our society and technology, or 2, we're fucked. There's no in between.
It's one of those 2 options. Those are the only 2.
It's one of the 2. Either they're here to fuck us up, terraform our shit, or take us over or enslave us, or B, they see that we're far behind them technologically and they're like, we're going to help you guys out. We're pioneers to help people. One of the 2.
If they come in peace, I'm sucker punching one.
And that's how the intergalactic war begins. A Steak sucker punches the first alien that makes
Cantrip
contact
cast
on Earth.
YouTube short. Steak sucker punches Oogalaboongu from Planet Crypto. And it would get 2 million views and start the fucking revolution. They'd call all their warships in. They'd be like, hey, shit was cool. This fucking YouTuber decked me. We're going ham. Yeah, okay, so like what if they did come in peace? why would we be nice or deal with them? We're not even nice to each other. You know?
I mean,
what if they showed up and they were just like, hey, you know what would be a really good idea for all the pollution in the water? Here, we've got these tablets.
we kill all these humans, and then there's no more pollution.
And we're just like, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. And then they're like, no, we're trying to help. We already figured this out on our planet. And we're like,
don't know about that one.
Nah, fuck you. Wouldn't that make you violent? If you went to a planet and they're like, these guys are the equivalents of monkeys, but these ones are mean. They figured out how to throw sticks really, really fucking fast. You fucking know they don't listen to common sense. They won't fix the water.
No, they won't fix the water.
They won't fix the fucking water. I don't understand these monkeys. I'd get mad too. I'd be like, fuck these monkeys. Let's fix the water for them.
I feel like aliens come down and see like how we've treated our home planet and be like, oh god, these guys have ruined it. No.
Yeah. I was looking at pictures of lithium mines. Bro, that is just like, if druids were real, they would be losing their shit. It would explain a lot of natural phenomenons that are going on right now, because we've done some horrible things to the planet for like cell phones. Yeah. Aliens would be like, why don't you guys just use your brains? Why are you using these stupid clunky phones to call each other stupid? Why don't you just you just gotta, if you care about people, you could meep like us.
Yeah, but then you'd have like, US or world ambassadors walking up to them and be like, yeah, we can't do that. Our brains do the thing that you're telling us to do.
Yeah, but what if
they pull out a laser rifle and shoot them and be like, all right, well, this is our planet now. You're inferior.
Yeah, but what if they taught us to meep, but the issue was you could only meep the truth. Like, you couldn't be dishonest.
Ooh.
You could only communicate honestly. That would also tear humans the fuck apart.
Or like you lied, you were just in like excruciating pain because it could tell that your brain could tell that you were lying. Your heart rate raises, and all of a sudden your brain just sends a fucking shockwave down your body. You're like, shit.
Like, you come home and your wife's like, I got lasagna. Are you hungry? Did you want lasagna for dinner? And you're just like, meep. And she's like, fuck you. I worked all day too, bitch. I worked all day. You don't like Stouffer's lasagna? Why did you let me buy it? Why did you let me put it in the cart if you were going to complain? And you're just like, meep. And she's like, I do know how to make it when it's not store-bought. You never fucking believed in me. It would cause communication issues. Just too much honesty.
I think it make things worse. Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like, no, babe, lasagna's fine.
Yeah. Because the thing with like texting and like verbalizing things is like people can lie. Like they can very much like in a text message, especially, like it's hard to tell when somebody's being A, honest, or B, like you can't pick up verbal and nonverbal cues in a text message.
Yeah.
And you can when somebody's speaking to you face to face, but like on the phone, like it's like 50-50. Sometimes you can tell if you know the person or not, if they're like lying or being dishonest. But if you had a shockwave that went down your fucking spine, there's like liars.
Yeah.
Excruciating pain. Yeah.
This guy gives me the wiggles. He's fucking lying, bro. Ook taught me that. If they wiggle,
meep in front of your wife, and you just have a fucking, like seizure in front of her. Like that's what you get for lying. Like, fucking sorry.
Going to
babe,
work, love you, babe. Just meep. The fuck? But that would be difficult. What if that was just the issue? What if the aliens came and there was just a communication gap? What if we couldn't figure out a way to communicate?
Would be. And you think about that, and it's like, think about like the human language and all the other languages that we've created, and the expansive time of the, the earth, and all the languages that have been developed, both, verbal and even like, hand language, sign language, handwriting.
Yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of ways to communicate.
There is no way in fuck that we have the same language as aliens, They come down and we playing fucking red light, green light with these guys trying to figure out whether we're good, bad, or in between.
Yeah, but I mean, they might not even be like, a lot of people see aliens as humanoid.
I don't think they'd be humanoid.
I mean, they could be. What if that?
They could be.
What if it's no coincidence that we have life on our planet and that life happens to be humanoid? That could be a trait that's a pattern across the universe. We don't fucking know, because it's like the amount of space that we actually know about is very, very, very small, considering space is
it's weird.
Infinitesimal? Am I using that word?
It's weird because like we know a lot about space, but at the same time, we don't know jack shit about space.
Not really. I know that it apparently smells like steak in space.
Smells like steak in space.
Yeah, and I think that's a good sign for everybody. Honestly. What if they came and they were just like us? They were just assholes. They just came and they're like, yeah, our planet's fucked.
Yeah, we want yours.
Yeah, we use.
And I feel like if that's a scenario,
Yeah.
they will fucking wipe us out because we don't have the capabilities to just hop in a saucer and fly, millions of light years to another planet in the blink of an eye. Because you think
Right.
about it, if we, right now, we examine, the space, and it's just space and stuff all the time, always looking out for things, asteroids, comets, fucking irregular activity at stars and planets and stuff.
Noises, everything.
Everything all the time. And we haven't seen any signs of life coming our way. But if suddenly, one day, I don't know, we're just tomorrow, an alien ship just
It was just
landed.
here.
It was just here.
Like, it
and we
wasn't
had
like,
no
hey,
idea.
it'll be here in 6 months. It was just
They
here.
are ages above us technologically.
Yeah.
And if they have the technology to just appear in front of us, they
but
guarantee think of their arsenal.
How smart are they? If they fuck their planet, though, they're here.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I
might
would
have,
say.
Well, I mean, they might have fucked their planet, but they probably fucked up with some pretty good shit.
Yeah, but, well, okay. So maybe when they lost their planet, it was decimated. Maybe there's not a lot of them. There is a ridiculous amount of people on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, just think about the amount of people in Ohio. How many fucking aliens would it take to take? That's a bad example because it's Ohio. Imagine any other state, just an entire
state but Ohio.
that aliens had to come through. Let's imagine a difficult one, Texas.
Okay.
What if fucking aliens were like, "Hey, let's land. This place looks cool. Lots of open space. Nothing but these big cows. They probably run this place." And they land. I mean, who do they run into? It could be a guy with a gun.
Pissed off people with guns.
It's probably guys with guns.
Probably.
That would be difficult. So, like, if you land in Seattle, maybe you'll get a hug. But if you land in, like, El Paso, you might get shot. So maybe it matters where the alien lands. Maybe the alien will land in, like...
But would... Okay,
nowhere.
yeah. So
Siberia.
Take Texas. They've got a bunch of guns, okay?
Right.
But, like, would our guns, like, even have the capabilities to do anything to them that they might have? What if they have shit that, like... just completely negates the guns. Just I don't know, like fucking photon shields or something. Yeah, where you shoot the gun and it just fizzles before it even hits them. I'm thinking like Master Chief armor type stuff where it's just like it just
I'm an
materializes
American.
and hits you.
I don't really like you taking guns out of the equation.
I'm not taking guns out of the equation. I'm saying what if
guns
the
are
aliens,
ineffective against them
aliens
completely,
had
you
better
are.
guns.
Or they
Aliens
have
had
bigger
better
guns?
Doesn't matter if they're bigger.
I believe in the indomitable human spirit above all fucking things, bro. Let a billion aliens come. There's going to be one fucking dude out there like Rambo. Like, hey, Steak, are you still out there? Like, the trees! The trees! They're alive! And I'm going to be out there with a machine gun waiting for fucking aliens, pod people coming. They're going to be like, we've already replaced your family. It's over. Not with me. Not
with
yet.
you,
I have
it's
animated
no.
Jesus on my side, motherfucker. We're taking out aliens until the last breath. The indomitable human spirit can beat aliens. Rock, paper, indomitable human spirit wins.
But the thing is, you'll never know that until it actually happens.
That's why I'm sort of like...
You don't know.
I'm an antagonistic force. So, if the aliens come, I'm sort of hoping they want some.
I believe that. Yeah, I would find it interesting to see like who would actually win that. Personally, I think that if aliens like tomorrow came here, we better fucking cooperate or comply till we figure out what they're about and what they have, because they would just be ages above us.
I say we honeypot them. I say they put me in charge. I say when the aliens come, they say, hey, this is Steak. He's going to take you around, and then I'll seduce the aliens and show them our ways and introduce them to the pleasures of our world and show them things. And then once they get real comfortable, I'm going to fucking got them. Then I'm going to snatch them up and we're going to subdue them, reverse engineer their technology. We're going to use waterboarding and other methods.
Oh my God.
To get the information we need out of these aliens and get them working for the US of A. And then we're going to backwards track to their planet and take all their stuff.
I feel like that's a very long-term plan, because that would require you needing to like actually figuring out a way to, A, get their trust, B, learn to communicate with them, find a mutual means of communication.
I would do a lot of these things physically, I think, and to begin them.
Long-term plan.
Like touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could touch somebody.
What if they're like, like poisonous, you just touch them and your hand fucking falls off.
Huh.
Yeah, think about that. You're like, oh hi, you go to like shake. You okay? Think about it.
So if they're toxic,
Saucer comes down. You see this gobble schnob, the Indomitable, walks out, just like weird looking motherfucker, and they have steak. You are now in charge of everything, and you walk forward and you stick your hand out, and this thing looks at your hand and goes, and you kind of like gesture up and down, like point, and like with a smile, like very authentic look on your face. This alien reaches down and just like touches your hand, and it just sizzles, and your hand falls off.
I'm going to Walmart and I'm getting some pole noodles, and I'll just smack this fucker around with the pole noodles, and that will be our way of movement.
Okay, so what if
I lose the hand, that'll be bad, but I'll be a hero for all of humanity. I could get a fucking pole noodle attachment, and I'll just wrangle these motherfuckers.
No, that's what I was like. What if we like preemptively gaslight the aliens into thinking that the way we shake hands and touch each other and communicate is with pool noodles? Pool
and just
pool noodles?
Backhand somebody with a fucking pole noodle. That's how we say hello.
Yeah,
they
walk up.
Did this joke already.
The aliens walk out of the ship. They see like me, you, and like the U.S. and like just world ambassadors of the aliens. And we just have fucking pool noodles and just start smacking each other with them.
There was this British movie that came out called Attack the Block, and it's about like these sort of like hoodlum urban youths in like London, and they're sort of like going on bikes and like doing like minor crimes, and an alien fucking meteor comes down and strikes the city, and these kids go and like get the meteor and find an alien, and it's like dead, and they're like, this is crazy, we are gonna make so much money off this. They take the alien and they like take it back to an apartment, and they're like taking pictures with it and selfies and shit. And like what it was like a female of this alien species that had just landed on Earth, and they're like vicious little monsters, and they're attracted to the scent of that female. So these youth dudes are like celebrating this huge discovery, not knowing because they killed the female. Like she landed alive, and they like went and beat it to death with sticks and shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, to kill it because it was an alien. And these big ones start coming. So that's the whole movie, is just these kids having to deal with these vicious, mean monsters. And they're like, sort of like punk British kids. So instead of being like, hello, big alien, how odd it is to see you here. It's just like, hey, man, you see these fucking aliens done dropped out the fucking sky on me, right? I'm a fucking have at his head. And it's really interesting for me to see that. Just for me, that's two aliens. It's two different worlds. This fucking British youth world dealing with this thing, and those were vicious aliens, dude. They're blind. They just smell. Like, what if that lands? Something that is just viciously predatorial. Like, what if
that's what I'm saying too. Like,
praying
or what
mantis
if I look at it this
lands?
way? Like, okay, so you're talking about like predatory aliens.
Yeah,
they just come down. They're just fucking vicious, and they know two things: eat and kill. That's all they know. Yeah. I believe that those would be the weapons of the higher intelligence aliens, and they're just kind of like dropping them off to wipe out the
like
fucking
fodder.
Earth. Yes, yeah, so like the smart ones are up here, like in their fucking mothership, behind the moon, hiding on the dark side of the moon, because there's obviously some sort of conspiracy there that we're not being told about by the U.S. government. But anyways, behind the moon.
It depends how they get here, dude. In your fantasy, they're just
my fantasy
rocket ships here, and now we're dealing with it. What if it's just a fucking meteorite? What if it's a small one?
Yeah, that too.
Like the size of a golf ball, makes it through the atmosphere, and on that golf ball,
a bunch of symbiotes that grow and attach onto things.
Something that hits a swamp in Louisiana starts grafting onto the moss that floats on top of the water and starts to grow from there.
Cocaine alligators.
Yes. Yeah. What if you have moss-covered alligators that are just fucking infused and controlled by this host symbiotic organism that grows at an exponential rate? What if you have to deal with something like that?
Yeah.
And it has like that type of hive mind. Like, think about mushrooms, the way mushrooms work, like fungus works, how they all communicate. Like, what if something like that hits and it's like an invasive species? So, like, that's why we have rules. Like, if you're going to another country, like, you can't bring this, you can't bring that. Because if you bring something, it can fuck up the ecosystem. What if something hit our planet that was just an alien parasite that came in and drastically altered the way our ecosystem worked and wiped out plant life?
it's just like a slow burn. We can't figure out why or what the fuck happened. It just
Mhm.
happens, and eventually the world falls to shit. And when we're at our weakest point, that's when they come down. And they're just like, it's ours now, bitch.
Yeah, or if there's nothing else. What if that was it?
Okay, yeah, that's true. That could be it too. Just wreaking
We're
chaos.
just
Or yeah,
fucked
just some fucking
naturally.
parasite in space just lands.
Yeah, that's why other planets might not have life on them. They got hit by the same golf ball before. Like
Same golf ball before.
Like who knows? That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so much fun to think about because it could be fucking anything. They could be here.
All right. If
Already?
I wasn't if I was a leader of an alien race
All
and I
right.
wanted to take over another world,
Okay.
I
I like
think-
where this is going.
I think I would do it in this way. I like the golf ball idea a lot. Okay.
Okay.
This is what I'm doing. I'm the leader of the Google fuckers or whatever the hell these aliens are called.
That's
Drop the
that's
golf
your
ball.
alien crew. The
Yeah, the
Google
Google fucks.
fuckers.
Yeah, the Google fucks.
The Google fucks. Spelled like
yeah.
Fuchs.
Yes. Yeah.
Google
Google fucks. Yeah.
obviously.
So drop the golf ball, lands on a planet, and I just sit behind the fucking moon, invisible, for years. And I let this parasite take over and just destroy and wreak havoc across this entire goddamn world, and just watch it happen. I'm playing the long game. We live for like 700 years. We're fine. We're chill. After a couple hundred years, we go down and we say, "Hey, we're coming in peace. We saw your planet was in, some chaos and disaster." Just trick them, gaslight them into thinking that their planet's falling to shit, and that we're there to actually help. And then we're the overlords, and they're forever grateful to us. And we have now taken over a planet without them thinking that we were the bad guys, but we were all along. That's how I would do it.
I think if I were an alien, I'd do it how Mark Zuckerberg did it.
Okay.
Exactly like he did. Mark, I tell me the secrets. I'll join. I won't tell. I want to know where he's from.
Just tell us the coordinates in Alaska to the secret underground volcano where all the mysterious mysteries lies of the past 5,000 years.
Dude, do you
We'll
know how
hang
much
out.
fun that would be if Mark Zuckerberg hit us up with like, "Oh, you want the coordinates to Pandora's box? Here you go, Cantrip cast." We could go.
Would you take that deal?
Strap on
Would you do
fucking
it?
GoPros and go to Alaska like, well, "Hey guys, welcome to Cantrip Cast, episode 1 of the vlog. We're here at
We're here at the
fucking
center of the
underground
earth.
volcano in Alaska. These birds getting fucking
we-
cold. We're going
we
on
were-
in."
If we were to ever do one of those like very atypical like YouTube vlogger videos, that's the only time I'll do it. It's just
Yes,
like, what's
if
up,
we're
everybody?
going to go
We're the
figure
Cantrip
out
Cast
that
today.
shit.
We're giving away $5,000 to the first creature we see in the center of the earth. Come join us in this adventure.
I would love if we could get with the History Channel and like, "Hey, we don't think it was aliens that built the pyramids. That's obviously bullshit. And here's our proof. It was obviously made by paladins and clerics. Here's their stat sheets, and we're gonna explain to you why." And then we could get a History Channel series, and I could be like that aliens guy, except I could just be like, RPGs.
No, RPG.
We could fucking, that would be dope as hell if we could go to Egypt and just be like, "Yeah, that was Lich.
Yeah.
Lich did
The
that."
Lich did that. Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, that was 110% the Rangers. What?
Yes, that was.
Why?
I mean, but like Bigfoot people can get a show.
Yeah.
Why can't we get a show?
Yeah, we just. Okay, if it would
Who
be
built
if
the
we were to
pyramid?
get a
The
show
Drow.
like that, do you think?
Dwarves,
Do you think
wood
if
elves.
we were to get? God damn it! If we were to get a show or something like that, all right, where we're like on the History Channel and we're explaining like what actually happened in history and why it was made by these things instead of these. Do you think we'd be sly enough and sleazy enough to make people think that this is actually us depicting the truth? Or would we just have to come out right out and just say this is a fucking parody?
I think legally, we'd have to say it's a parody, but I think we could still trick people. You
Just
know,
put it-
paranormal,
yeah, just
paranormal
on camera,
activities
yeah.
was obviously fake.
Yeah.
That scared the
But it
shit
always,
out of a
but
lot
it always
of
said
people.
based on a true story, or like,
And
these
people
events.
believed it, but it obviously wasn't.
Yeah, if I had $1 for every time I've seen on a movie recently, this movie is this following movie is based on actual events. These actually happened. 100% actually happened. Don't look this up online because this actually happened.
Mhm.
I'd be a rich man. Like every fucking movie I see now says what this following picture is based on a true story. I wouldn't be surprised if I see the next fucking Avengers movie and just a little black bubble appears that says the following events are based on a true story that actually happened.
It
I
does
wouldn't be
feel like that
surprised.
sometimes.
It does.
Some of these
I'm telling
stories
you.
are a little fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm
And,
just
like,
okay,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it gets more clicks.
based on a true story from 1820,
I feel like the following broadcast you're watching is based on a true story. It's just like the equivalent of like clickbait, like YouTube clickbait.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think if we did it like that, we could.
What if the aliens came down and they had like an equivalent of like clickbait that was just like, like we come in peace? And just like, where have we seen that before? Like every fucking movie ever? Like they can't. Oh, they must be coming in peace.
They show we come in peace. Click here for 1 year subscription to peace.
Here the aliens. What if oh my god, what if aliens had like like internet influencers, like their equivalent of
They
YouTube?
show like, hey, my name's Sabrina. I'm from Glee Brew. Glee Brew's fucking awesome, and here's why you should let us invade you. And it's just like fucking TikTok music, and this bitch go boom, 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 and just like
at the end of the aliens invade. It's just
captions.
one big fucking vlog video as they're flying away. They say, make sure you use our affiliate code for $20 off a Starbucks.
Oh my
And
god!
just
Could you
fly
imagine
away.
having to fill out an affiliate code so that aliens didn't come curb stomp your house?
Alien affiliate codes.
Yeah, what if they came they were like fucking capitalists? They were just really good alien capitalists.
That's
They're
it.
like, Earth now belongs to Sector 5.
Yeah, that's it.
We're taxing the planet.
They're taxing the planet. What does that
we're
mean for
putting
us?
ads
Nothing.
everywhere.
You just got to pay
Now
us
there's
more
like
money.
ads on gas pumps and everywhere you look now.
There's like
what if they just
ads
put
on-
ads all through the fucking solar system? surrounding our
Aliens find a
planet?
way to monetize Earth. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, oh, this is good. We're gonna monetize it. We're gonna monetize
We're gonna
all of this.
monetize
We
it.
like
Yeah,
it.
we need to.
Yeah,
Hey,
let them keep playing their dumb monkey games.
Yeah, look at all the
Cameras.
civilizations down here. You see all those ad spots? Yeah, there's a lot.
In Futurama, isn't Earth, or not Earth, wherever they live at, on that planet, but the mean evil aliens, don't they watch this going ons on their planet like a TV show?
I think so. Yeah, from what I remember, from what I've seen. Yeah,
I
something
think our
like that.
planet could be a TV show. I think we're just barely interesting enough to be watched.
I wouldn't
by
be
aliens.
surprised if we already weren't a TV show. I wouldn't be surprised, or at least like a radio show. Like, what if Earth was just a podcast? Because we send like radio waves and shit out into space, right?
This
You
is
know,
a
that-
low
that's
point.
That's a
And some
that's the thing
aliens
that
listening
happens.
point right now, if they're listening
Yeah.
to us, because they could have been listening to World War II.
yeah. Like,
And I think that's
4,000
more
years in the
interesting than
4,000 years in the future. This podcast is going to finally hit the space radio wave network,
Yeah.
and there's going to be some aliens sitting in their fucking mom's basement just listening, and be like, "Oh my god, this new podcast came out by the Cantrip cast on Sector 4 of the Milky Way galaxy on Earth. They're probably dead by now, but let's give them a listen." God damn it!
Yeah, back when I was a kid, the Earthlings built
Back-
pyramids and killed each other for racisms.
Oh my
You
god!
got fucking these aliens just watch. Because could you imagine watching 1,800 humans? The despicable things that we were doing compared to now.
Yeah. Oh
Now
my-
we're doing
oh my
despicable
God.
things in different ways. But if
Yeah.
you just went if we went back to, I don't know, cavemen, we weren't doing good things.
No, absolutely
You
not.
know,
No, we
humans
weren't.
haven't been doing good things for the most of always.
No.
Right? Like we were
absolutely
killing,
not.
eating, surviving, killing, eating, surviving, killing each other.
Yeah.
Slavery, mutation, just horrible, horrible
It
things.
was bad.
So if you
Yeah,
were
if-
watching that, it would be like an action show. And if you're
If
watching
aliens
now,
came then, like if aliens came down then and saw that shit,
I'd
I would be
leave.
surprised. Like, nuke it, get rid of
Fuck
it, not good.
this.
No, fuck this.
they
Like
don't
would
even have
just-
7-Eleven yet. Fuck
because
this.
you think about it, they come down. Like, what if like Earth is just like one big experiment? Like, what if we were put here by aliens and it's just one big fucking experiment, so they can see what would happen if this race were to evolve and continue, and they're just watching us be like, these people are fucking ridiculous. Like, nope, done. This is it. They fucking they're killing each other. There's a virus now. Like they
What if
can't
the
make any
aliens-
decisions.
Aliens land like outside of an Incan temple where they're like chopping heads off people and throwing them down the stairs. Or is that the Mayans that had the giant death tower?
I think it's the Mayans. I don't know.
I think it was
I'm
the
not
Mayans.
Sure.
But they would cut off their head and then like roll the head down the steps, and they were doing sacrifices to like the sun god for eclipses. It was the Mayans or the Incans. I can't forget. I'm a little ignorant right now for not knowing, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
Google it. Yeah, if they came down and saw that, like it's one thing if you like land in a Walmart parking lot and people are like, "Oh my god, wow, aliens." There's another thing if you show up like and they're like decapitating people and kicking them down staircases.
Oh, imagine being an
Like,
alien
what if we
coming
landed
down
on a
and seeing
planet
that.
and we saw that?
Oh, I think they were fucking nuts.
Like, these are
Yeah.
savages. we should leave.
Yeah, we shouldn't be here. Yeah, or we should wipe them out. These people, you got to think like, if aliens came down, they probably came from like a generational root that was like very like, immature when it came to technology, and be like, these people, no, because when they get to our level, we cannot let these fuckers out into space. Absolutely not. Wipe the planet, hit the erase button, Control Alt Delete, bye, Alt F4. Whew. And then they nuke the planet. Then we're all done. Aliens, man, aliens are cool.
Aliens. Is that what the green screen's for? Make me the aliens guy.
Make you the aliens guy.
Make me the aliens guy. The one with the hair, the crazy.
I know.
Hair.
Yeah, the meme. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like, if you could design an alien that you just think would be cool as fuck to hit Earth, like to destroy it, to help it, to do whatever. If you could see an alien opportunity and not be a part of it, like if it was a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your dream fucking alien scenario? I think
my dream alien scenario is like foot tall, little fuzzy, little cute, adorable creatures that when they land, they're just like, oh, they're so cute. But then you go walk up the pet one, and their mandible just like their stomach opens up, and it's just a big mouth, and it gnaws your fucking hand off. And they're just like the
so
what's that
bad
fucking
guys.
movie? Yeah, they're bad guys.
Okay.
What's that fucking movie with the gremlins?
I love the gremlins.
The gizmos, yeah, just a bunch of like the gizmos, the gremlins, but like not in their horrid form, in their cute fuzzy form.
Yeah,
but that's just them, and they're fucking vicious. Those are my ideal aliens. Yeah. If I had to choose if I had to choose how aliens take over the Earth and how I had to die via alien death, it'd be like that.
It's just like eaten by one of these little cute creatures.
Yeah, because at least I get to look at something like,
How do they get here
eyes.
In this scenario? Is it like a crash landing? Is it a rocket ship?
I'm gonna say probably crash landing by like a giant fucking hairball, like a giant fuzzball asteroid that just crashes on Earth. Yeah.
So they land here just like an egg sack.
Yeah, like it just but when it crashes, when it hits the Earth, it doesn't just like crash and like materialize. When it hits, it explodes, and it turns out that the ball itself was actually these little fucking furry things that were just all bundled together. When it hits, it just they fly everywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty vicious.
Yeah, so that way they're not isolated into one location when they hit. It's like a fucking meteor, and they get scattered within miles and miles, and it's too late. You can't catch them all that way. You just can't. That's how I design my aliens.
Those are pretty cool. I like those aliens.
What about you?
I think a fun one would be water aliens.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking we have a meteor with these water aliens on it. Like what is a meteor called when it's an ice? When it's ice.
It's still a meteor, right?
Yes, maybe. They're made of different things. I think they're called like what's the difference between an asteroid and a meteorite? I think one's made out of metal and one's made out of like stone.
Oh, I thought it was based on size. Could be wrong though.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
I'm not sure.
Regardless, an ice one with all of these like ice aliens encapsulated in it gets through our atmosphere, strikes Antarctica in a way that causes global warming to accelerate us into a water world post-apocalyptic stage in which these aliens can now dominate, where they had like 70% of the Earth's surface. I'd say now they have like 80 to 85% of the surface. This causes humanity to move inwards, and for pirates and for brave adventurers to go out on boats to sort of like travel the seas and try to get aliens to capture technology and stuff like that. So I think like a water world would be pretty dope, that they don't wipe us out, but they're so large and difficult to deal with that it brings that type of vibe. I'd like pirates to be a thing again in a more fun way.
Alien pirates versus human pirates.
It would give humans something to band together against, and I think that's what we need, is a common enemy, because humans are real fucking simple.
I feel like that would happen. I feel like if
we'd
like,
band together.
I feel like in Independence Day, like when
for sure.
they
I
attacked,
think that's the indomitable human spirit.
That would be the moment that the human race comes together. Like, fuck our differences.
Yeah,
we have a common enemy.
We have a
right
bigger
now.
problem.
There's a bigger problem. Yeah, put your governments to the side. Put the money to the side. Your fucking industries. Put it all to the side. Let's fuck these aliens up.
I think that's what would get us to globally unite. Even if they were aliens that just showed up and they're like, "Hey, we saw that y'all are into football. Yeah, we started doing that on our planet, and we think we'd be better at it than you guys."
Oh, on God.
On Earth, bro. On God! We would unify. We'd have to have an Earth flag. We'd be like, we need the biggest dudes. Send dudes. And we'd get all the biggest dudes in the world. We'd be like, we need the biggest, baddest motherfucking football team of all time. And then we'd get there and they'd be like, oh, we meant like soccer. And we'd lose.
We meant like soccer.
We'd have all these big ass fucking football players. And they'd be like, no, like, soccer's the dominant sport of your planet. And we'd be like,
Oh, God. Yeah.
I see how you would get that idea. And the rest of the world would be like, America, we united and we do all play soccer. You got to start calling it football. That's okay. And then we'd have to start killing the aliens. That'd be a fucking problem. We'd be like, you know what? Fuck all this. We're alone again. It's America's team. We're going to be playing soccer. You guys can play football and we're going to win. Hell yeah.
Aliens.
Aliens. And then we'll
Aliens
nuke
are
them
cool.
after we
Then
win.
we'll nuke them.
I mean, seriously, dude, the fucking best alien movie that I've seen in forever, like that's a new one, is the one with the kaiju. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
What did we wanna
love
do?
Those movies, they're so cool.
We
Yeah,
wanted to
'em.
nuke those
what we
motherfuckers,
did,
bro,
yeah.
because they were a problem. They were hitting our coasts. See, and that's the alien world I'm talking about. Big leviathans. I like water creatures. I
Those
think
were
that's cool as
Just
shit.
big fucking kaijus that come
Yeah.
from the center of the earth. Yeah.
You ever if you ever just want to creep yourself out a little bit, go to
Mhm.
the ocean and just swim at night.
No.
It's
Me and
terrifying.
you did that one time.
It's terrifying. It was fun, but
was-
it's terrifying.
It was like riding a roller coaster, but better because it's just
It's
like
scary.
we were in the ocean. It was oh my God, dude, that was like what that was about a year ago. Yeah, a little over a year ago. We were at Jacksonville Beach,
Nah,
and it was like the first night you were there, and you're like, let's go to the ocean. We did, and it was just like
creepy.
I had never done it at night before, and you're
Yeah.
like, I have, and I was just like terrified because I'm just like. I feel like there's gonna be tentacles that come up and fucking skull. Fuck
I
me. This is
swear,
not
that's
good.
what it feels like. It's scary. It's
Yeah.
creepy. And then even if you're logical about it and you're like, there's nothing crazy, there's still a lot of shit in there
It's
that
the-
you don't
it's
want to mess
the
with.
ocean. You don't know.
Yeah,
You have
there's
no
sharks.
idea. Yeah, there's sharks.
There's sharks.
Could be aliens in here with giant tentacles that are gonna drive me down and put me in Mariana's Trench or whatever. So
Now that would be scary. If the aliens were mindless eating machines like sharks that never slept and never
Oh my
stopped. If they
God.
stopped moving, they died. You know how scary that would be if something like sharks existed on land, like if it stops moving, it dies. Well, what does it do while it's moving? It eats. What does it eat?
That's it.
Whatever the fuck
Whatever,
it can
whatever it
catch.
finds. Yeah.
That if
anything.
that was on land, we'd hunt them to extinction.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah,
be
we
like,
would.
fuck no,
Yeah,
fuck no.
absolutely not.
No,
We were
that
not-
was lions. And we were like, we got spears. No more of that. Back in the jungle, cat. We're not dealing with your bullshit anymore. As soon as Grung got a gun, over. No more big cats terrorizing
as
us.
soon as Grung got a gun, over big time. No more cats.
Cats used to run shit, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Cats
it's
were
crazy.
a problem for
And
early
the thing is, like, I
humans.
have a cat, and like I can tell, just like looking at my cat and looking at its
Murderer.
eyes, its animalistic instincts when it just like looks into your
Murder.
fucking soul.
Mm-hmm.
I can just look at it, and I just know. I can like look deep in its eyes and just know, like, oh, your ancestors were fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing them run around, how nimble they are, and just like how just smart and just quick.
I could see
And,
cats
like, how
being aliens.
I can't. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. If
I
cats
mean,
are
the
aliens. Makes
Egyptians,
sense.
if you go to ancient civilizations that were big and powerful, everybody goes back to like the Mesopotamians, but Egypt, people are like that, one of the cradles of civilization, one of the biggest. They had giant architecture, they had technology, they had all this crazy shit. They worshipped those fucking cats.
Yeah.
And Egyptians weren't like dumb.
I think it'd be cool if
They
cats
built
were
the
aliens.
Fucking pyramids. They
What
could
if
be.
that's it?
They're
What if
assholes. Cats are
Yeah.
assholes. They're just
Cats
like,
are assholes.
I live in
yeah.
your house. Fuck you.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
What?
He's my cat. He's a fucking dick.
Yeah,
He
you
is just
live
an
in my
asshole.
house. Fuck me.
It's like I can walk up and I can just like feed him. Like, oh, he'll like go to his bowl and like
Mhm.
tap his bowl over and over because he's hungry. I'm like, I'm fucking coming. Walk over, give him food, and like as I'm pouring his food, he'll fucking bite me. And I'm like, what you motherfucking feeding you? And I just pick him up and I've grabbed him. Like I look at him like, you live
Mhm.
because I allow it. You fucking stop it right now. He'll just look at me.
The cat's like, fuck
Yeah.
you. Don't care.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you. I put him down. He eats.
Don't care.
Then I
fuck
give him
you.
catnip, and he's like, whatever.
Or you see like the way big cats look at people.
Yeah, like they're food. Like they are food. That's how they look at people.
Even
my
bears.
cat looks at me like I'm food.
Bears
sometimes.
don't look at people like that. Bears are just like, oh, doop 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 doop. Like, yeah, they'll fucking destroy you, but they don't look at you like that. A cat will be like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah, okay, I don't want none. Like they'll size you up and judge you intelligently and be like, I could eat this guy.
Yeah, my cats. The more I think about it, fuck, we got to do an entire episode on cats. We should.
I could do an episode on cats.
One big episode
they
on
are
cats. All right.
They could be aliens, though.
Oh, cats could be. Can't confirm. Cats, can be aliens, could be aliens, might be aliens, and we should definitely do an episode on cats as well.
But before you end this episode, because it sounds like that's what you're trying to do, I didn't get...
Yep, go ahead. What?
There's one thing we didn't talk about.
Which is?
What if they're already here?
Part of me wants to believe that maybe they already are. What if the reason that you can't figure out technology is because you're actually an alien?
I just don't think I'm compatible with a lot of this. So, like, a lot of this people had to set up for me. Like, I gave people access and they helped me set it up. And I literally took pictures.
The human? What if you're the human and I'm the alien, and like Paul's the alien, and everybody that's part of the team are the aliens, and we're just over here, just like throwing the technology your way and helping you set things up. I'm like, oh, look at the cute little human. He's trying to figure out how to work.
Like this is some Truman Show shit.
It's
like I've been captured by aliens. Does that mean Jan is an alien? Or is she part of this?
Maybe she's in on it. Yeah,
paid actress.
Paid actress. She fully committed, married you, had a baby, and everything.
If I found out that was true,
that would make Jack half alien. Your son, well, yeah. What if your son was the first half alien?
That would break my heart because, like, okay, not that part. If Jana was a paid actress and she did it for the money, and that meant that, like, my son, he's still my son, and that kid loves me.
Yeah.
What if he was an alien baby and he was actually had the intelligence of an adult, and they're like, you have to call him dad.
You have to call him dad.
Just say dada. You can shit yourself. Fucking deal with it. We gotta gaslight him all the way. Dude, I'm good. That put me in a mental hospital just thinking about it. Right now, I'm like, oh boy, things are getting weird. What if the aliens just did shit like that? They just show up to planets, gaslight people, are like, fuck you.
That's what I said in the beginning of the episode. Is like, I feel like the aliens would just show up and just fuck around and gaslight people because they know they could stomp us at any moment. So why would they not just have some fun first?
We need to kill the aliens.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think that is time to end this week's episode, the first episode of Unpacked Tactics. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. Make sure that you
green screen it.
Great.
Put a rock here for me to throw at aliens.
I'm just gonna the world's shittiest drawn rock.
Aliens, if you're watching this video, know that there's one stake here, and I've got this rock.
Jesus.
Hey,
make sure you, if you're listening on any the podcast platforms that you enjoy and love, make sure you hit the follow or subscribe button on those. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hello, and thanks for watching the video. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe, follow, and do the thing. You
do
all
the
know
things.
The thing.
Please
you
come join our Discord if you want to be able to talk to people and say hi to things. Please come join the conversation and be a part of that.
Yeah. So yeah, on the server,
the links are here.
The links are not there.
The links are also here.
They're somewhere.
And if you like the banana dances,
if you like the banana dances,
all right. That's not. We also need an editor that knows how to make bananas dance. This is part of the resume. So
I'm just gonna put the peanut butter
dancing
jelly time
bananas to me on Discord,
bouncing back and forth. So. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week for Unpacked Tactics.
Thank you for listening to the Unpacked Tactics podcast, a podcast by the Cantrip cast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Join us next week as Brandon and Steak unpack more tactics on whatever topic their hearts desire. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any episodes.